I recently got back from one of the cheapest weekend cruises you could go on, Margaritaville at Sea. Also happens to be one of the lowest rated ones, and I've heard about a lot of bad reviews, so I want to know the truth. Well, I'm going to review it right now. So as you can see on the screen here, it is a very short cruise. You go out of West Palm Beach to the Bahamas and back. It's a weekend cruise, not very long at all, and currently $89. So this is dirt cheap. After port taxes and fees, it's basically double that. But you can hardly get a hotel for that price. And of course, it includes food, water, juices, entertainment, quite a few stuff. With such a low price, what do they actually bring to the table? I'm going to go through the full breakdown of this cruise. As always, I'll start with the embarkation disembarkation process, as well as the check-in. The check-in is done when you actually arrive to the port, so make sure you bring your passport, birth certificate, whatever documents you may have brought. And this is also where you will get your key card and put the card that you want on file. This process is a little slower than other cruise lines, but we made sure to get there extra early. We got there at 10:30. We had the faster to chill so that we could board at 11 o'clock. We had a little VIP area that we waited in after finishing our check-in. Had some pastries, some snacks, some drinks. Cozy little place. Did get a little crowded. How the boarding works for Margaritaville at Sea is you board by room, so suites first, then go down by deck, nicest to chill, faster to chill, all those board with the suite rooms, and you go on down. A few minutes had passed after 11 o'clock. They didn't give us okay to board the ship yet, so I went to ask the front service desk to figure out, do we just board the ship at that time, or there's an announcement, or what happens? Then I was told we don't board the ship till 1 o'clock. The room that I had, my original board time was 2 o'clock. I got the faster to chill so I could board at 11, but at 11:05 they told me I couldn't board till 1, and if I could go sooner, they'll let us know. So that was kind of a disappointment there. So I'm not sure if they were late to port, they had trouble getting clearance, or what happened, or if that's a normal thing. I don't know. 12:15, we got clearance to get on the ship, so we still boarded earlier than my initial time, but still not as early as it should have been. The disembarkation was pretty smooth. I had a passport, and it was very quick, very convenient. Whenever possible, be sure to bring a passport. Makes disembarkation smooth with any cruise line. All right, now we're on the ship. The vibe was more of a relaxed party vibe. Wasn't a club all hyped up, that Scarlet Lady. It was very much Margaritaville-esque. Had that vibe. There was some parties going on, but you got that I'm on a beach feel, I'm relaxed, party beach music kind of vibe. Very traditional Margaritaville feel. Next, the entertainment. I love the entertainment on this ship. Stars on the Water is where the theater is at. It is a smaller ship, so of course the theater is smaller, only spans 2 decks. And when you go to the shows here, be sure to arrive early because it does fill up depending on what show it is. For example, the Love and Marriage show, we showed up early. We had the faster chill, so if you wanted to, we got front row seats. We chose not to because we wanted one a little further back, but it did fill up. The Love and Marriage show was great. And they did have a little twist for the singles at the beginning, so I did like that little touch there. This is also where the comedy show is. And if you've been following me any length of time, you know how much I love my comedy shows. They have a family-friendly version, and of course, they have the adults-only version, to where is the one I go to. Always tons of fun. If you're easily offended with any other comedy show, you may not want to attend. If you're down for a good time, definitely come on by. I had the Keys on the Water. This is the piano bar. I love me some piano bars, and not just any piano bar, it's a dueling piano bar. So they have 2 pianos there. So it's a lot of fun. They play off of each other. And the people who perform at this piano bar are on rotation, so the vibe and how they do things may be a little different for each selling. But definitely check out the piano bar. It's the same place where they had karaoke, some other events, and there is a bar in the back. Should make sure to pick you up a nice drink. The pool area. Margaritaville at Sea has 2 pools on their ship. They do have one mid-ship. They call the License to Chill pool. And this is a family-friendly pool. This is where a lot of activities happen at as well. Also called their entertainment zone because they always have live music out here. As well as some lounge areas. On the back of the ship, this is where you have the adults-only pool. So if you're looking to have a pool without the kids, no splashing, check this place out. And they do have 2 hot tubs in the back as well. The EOR Lounge is also another place you have to check out. Of course, they have a bar there. They have live music, almost nonstop it felt like. They had some Latin music going on in there. They had some beach music going on. This place, honestly, at nighttime, felt like a nightclub. And of course, they do have a nightclub on deck 14, the very top, complete with a bar, pool table, and a good time. And of course, for your casino lovers, they definitely have a casino with your classic games. So you have slot machines, roulette table, and a bunch of card games. So if you're a gambling person, this still is something for you, even though it is a smaller ship. One of my favorite parts of any cruise is the food. And this is a very short cruise, so unfortunately, I did not get to try everything like I usually try to do. They had the Finns, which is the main dining room. It's actually in the same area as the JWB Steakhouse. They just have the section off of which menu you get, depending on where you sit, but it is the same area, so don't get too confused. Unfortunately, we didn't try the Finn's restaurant, but we did try the JWB Steakhouse, and that was delicious. The steakhouse is additional charge, while Finn's is included, but I want to try the best that Margaritaville Sea had to offer. I had some of the best lamb that I ever had in my life. They had some great French onion soup. We all ordered something different. My dad had the steak. My cousin had the ribs. And friend had the lobster. I mean, we all had delicious food and we all enjoyed it. Definitely something I would try again. Worth the extra money. So for the late night dining options, of course, you have the buffet for dinner, breakfast, lunch. For dinner, it was absolutely delicious. Honestly, for that night, we forgot about the Finn's restaurant, which is why we didn't try it. But we had the buffet, and it was all great. I tried things I never had before, so I can't remember what it was that I tried, but it was all delicious. I know on camera it doesn't look very good, but the flavor was on point, even though the presentation wasn't the best. It's still a buffet. We had breakfast at the buffet as well, and honestly, the buffet at the breakfast time was just okay. Wasn't anything fancy, wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It was just eh. But keep in mind, this was from $89. It's very difficult to find a hotel for that price. So the fact that this included food was still a plus. Their lunch at the buffet was better than their breakfast, but it was still average, I would say. Another part that I love of cruising is the burgers. And Margaritaville Sea's burgers at the Burgers in Paradise was, again, just okay. So when it comes to food in Margaritaville, GW restaurant, amazing. The dinner buffet, amazing. The breakfast and lunch buffets were just okay. But the pizza is another favorite of all cruisers. However, on this one, the pizza is not included in the price. It is an extra charge, so that part was a little bit of a letdown. So I was hoping the pizza was going to be good, because if I'm paying extra for the pizza, it better be good. And it was pretty good. I loved the pizza. And honestly, I love the pizza. It was worth the extra cost. Still not thrilled that I had to pay for the pizza, but all the bars were amazing. The bartenders were quick. They made delicious drinks. A few of my drinks were a little on the stronger side, which was nice because we had the drink package and it's included 10 drinks. They have the regular drink package includes 10 drinks up to $12, and then they have the premium version, which includes all drinks by the cup up to 10 for the entire cruise. If you go over that, you just pay for the extra drinks. No big deal. They do some other packages that seem to change from time to time, so I'm not going to go into details of the others. But for me, the drink package was definitely worth it. The room on the cruise ship was very relaxing. I loved it. Decoration was nice. It did come with one 110 plug as well as a 120 plug. So if you have two plugs, if you have the right adapters, then you have two outlets. If not, make sure to have an adapter when you go on the cruise. I've linked for one below. That may help you out. That way everyone can charge their devices. The one big thing I noticed about the rooms though is the walls are very thin. So you can hear people just walking down the hallway. However, it wasn't really a big deal. Not many rowdy people on the ship. It was more of a relaxed feel. More of a, yes, it's a party, but it's more of a relaxed party. So even though the walls were very thin, it didn't really bother very much. Two big questions remain is one, who do I think this is for? This is great for a person who wants to get away on the weekend, especially if you live in Florida because these are super cheap cruises at a very low cost. It doesn't require taking too much time off of work. So this takes off from Florida. I could definitely see people from Florida taking this cruise on a whim. Great way to relax. You have a great party vibe. You have a great relaxing vibe. Definitely that toes in the sand, beach feel kind of cruise ship. A little bit of fun, a little bit of relaxing, all in one. Yes, you can bring the kids on the cruise, but there wasn't very many when I went there. But then again, I did not go in October. School probably was in session, so that may have something to do with it, but it wasn't tons of kids either. Personally, would I do this cruise again? Of course, I would. It's super cheap. However, I would want to do the cruise and stay option. This is where you take the cruise ship, go to Bahamas, stay at a resort at the Bahamas for a few days, and take the ship back to Florida. I want to give this a shot. So I think this is a good mix between a cruise and a resort stay. Take the cruise ship to the resort, enjoy the actual resort, and take the cruise ship back. You get the best of the cruise experience as well as the resort experience. So next time I go to Margaritaville at Sea, that's what I'm doing. So even if this is a 30-year-old ship, it's been renovated twice recently, and super cheap, I think you got your money's worth. However, if you're expecting a luxury cruise line, this is not for you. Don't expect to get the celebrity or princess experience when you're only paying $89 per person for the entire cruise. Do keep that in mind.